incurable.
Childhood cancer.
1 in 50.
You have diabetes.
Prostate cancer, breast cancer.
Dense smog choking Beijing.
By the end of the century, we are promised a dazzling new world. A world in which man will be in control of his environment.
Mother Nature is oftentimes far too slow for this fast-moving civilization of ours.
The world looks for better things, for better living, through chemistry.
So chemistry again departed from nature's age-old ways.
It begins with the war-born development of DDT.
Sections of the city are blanketed with the insecticide. Every suspected spot is sprayed.
Today it is difficult for you to look in any direction without seeing something made possible with petroleum. The shampoo she used on her hair, her comb, the lacquer on her nails, and her makeup, all have come out of some oil well.
The balance of nature is a major force in the survival of man, whereas the modern chemist, the modern biologist, the modern scientist believes that man is steadily controlling nature.
Now, this doesn't mean that we must never interfere, that we must not attempt to tilt that balance of nature in our favor. But unless we do bring these chemicals under better control, we are certainly headed for disaster.
Scientists have been studying chemical contamination in our air, land, and water for a long time, but now some are beginning to ask questions about the contamination in our bodies.
We have a warning tonight from scientists about a chemical found in everything from water bottles to baby bottles.
Chemicals in care products, cream, shampoos.
Thousands of chemicals are in everyday products, and yet what do we know about them?
The idea was to make sure that the chemicals we use every day were safe and wouldn't lead to cancer or birth defects or reproductive problems. But even with the best of intentions, the law didn't quite work the way it should have in practice.
We, in fact, have an epidemic.
As mentioned, there's news from medicine tonight.
New research shows colon cancer rates are rising.
In 1976, some 62,000 chemicals were already on the market.
An additive that's found in shoe soles and yoga mats.
Azodicarbonamide.
Titanium dioxide.
Butylated hydroxytoluene.
Whitening agent that's also found in sunscreen and paint.
Why? It's in a yoga mat to make it stretchy, and you're going to put it in something I eat?
That's half the stuff we eat. We don't even know what's in it.
In fact, out of those original 62,000 chemicals, only 5 have been banned. 5.
Now, new research suggests that there is a strong link to a pesticide.
And this is the first time that this kind of a link has been found between pesticides and ADHD.
Now, we've gone from 1 in 10,000 children to be autistic to 1 in 88. It is worse than an epidemic. It is an absolute disaster.
Folks should have the confidence to know that the laundry detergent we buy isn't going to make us sick. The mattresses our babies sleep on.
Have you ever seen anything in which there has been such a dramatic progression in the incidence of diagnosis in a 6-year period?
Cleaning agents, fabrics, plastics.
1 in 3 American adults has obesity, overweight.
1 in 5 of us is at risk of getting liver disease.
Some unsettling numbers for parents.
The rate of diabetes in kids, a surge in cases of ADHD.
It seems that doctors are finding autism more and more common.
I wish you could see the people behind you. They're grown men that have been crying behind you. Crying. And I'm just sitting here and I'm just saying, wait a minute, it just seems like somebody would say, err on the side of keeping children safe.
She lost everything, and we knew something was immediately wrong.
They said something is slowing his brain down, and they don't know what it is.
A heartbreaking story of a father who wanted to show the world the true face of cancer. He announced that his daughter finally took her last breath.
Man-made chemicals are behind a global surge in infertility cases.
Up to 40% of men now having low sperm counts
have been linked to the disruption of normal sexual development in male babies.
It was associated with more difficulty having an erection.
Worldwide drop in fertility
Possibly
rates.
Smaller genitals.
Who may wish to be a father and cannot do so.
So this is something guys should be extremely aware of.
Especially those who are particularly vulnerable to chemicals, and that includes children and pregnant women.
There's something else going on within our society right now that you'd have to be blind not to see.
Yet we've had a series of events over the last several decades that I think have alerted people to the fact that maybe they should pay a little more attention.
And I think a lot of Americans would be shocked by all that.